I'm interviewing my good friend Ismail Akinci. He is the principal and chief executive of Videolink. Good morning.
Good morning, John.
Now, tell us about Videolink. I mean, it is new technology. Just explain to us how it can help business.
Well, Videolink is about helping businesses, particularly businesses which operate from multi-site, to be able to connect in real time instead of just talking to each other over the phone, actually seeing one another and being able to pick up on the nuances of facial expressions and so forth.
So it's almost like having a meeting around the boardroom table, isn't it?
Absolutely, without having to, in fact, be next to each other, but you could be miles apart, but in real time have a face-to-face conversation.
And you can also, I suspect, show products and show things that can be shown to another person.
Absolutely, products, even documents, and be able to make decisions promptly as you discuss issues instead of having to wait and delay decision making.
Now, who are the sort of people that are using this today that you've been successful in selling to?
For example, we have provided some very prominent organisations, including the American Consulate, Roy Morgan Research, Vision Australia, many public and private schools. In fact, schools are using it for distance education, and in particular bringing in experts into the classroom so that students can in fact interact live with experts that they would otherwise not have contact with.
What about hospitals too?
And hospitals, we're beginning to work with hospitals at the moment, doing some trials, and there, for instance, hospitals are tapping into limited resources of language interpreters who are not readily available on site.
Yes, so that somebody is sick and they only speak Greek, you can use your interpreter and use the video link to make sure they get understood.
That's exactly right, so that a nurse, a doctor or an allied health patient, allied health professional can introduce an interpreter so the patient can understand and consent to medical...
So where does this technology come from, Ismail?
Well, we are an accredited Tamberg supplier, and Tamberg is now part of Cisco, a bigger worldwide company, and it's originally a Norwegian company, but Cisco, now a USA company, has been able to further expand Tamberg's presence worldwide.
So what's it cost to put, if I put a video screen in my office, and then I put one in my home so I can say goodnight to the children, what's that cost?
Okay, the bottom end are, for instance, what we call video phones. They sit on a bench or a desktop. They start typically around $2,000. For this kind of technology, I think it's very affordable. For instance, a doctor or a lawyer who works late from the office and is rarely home to, say, tuck the kids into bed, can very easily just with a remote
read them a story.
Read them a story, absolutely. In fact, I do that quite often because I'm not home at the time that the kids are ready to go to...
You're not here, I don't know where you are, Ismail. Now, the other thing you're doing is you're allowing companies, you give them a free trial for a short period. What the idea is so they can suck it and see before they buy.
Absolutely, because it's quite new. People I guess, compare it to Skype. While Skype is a consumer product, this really is an enterprise product where the reliability, the security is very high. And we offer trials just to give people a real feel for it. And trials typically go from about 2 to 6 weeks. And for instance, we can set one up in Melbourne and Sydney. In fact, that's the way that we initially introduced Roy Morgan Research.
And they're using it all the time, Gary tells me.
Very frequently, yes, to get their executive team from Melbourne to Sydney to, in fact, interact regularly.
So how do people get in touch with you at Videolink? What's the telephone number or the email?
Yes. The easiest way is to log into our website, which is videolinkinternational.com. We have many examples of how different organisations, individuals, enterprises use the system, and we have ground crew both in Melbourne and Sydney to be able to set up trials and demonstrate it. We've got studios in both.
Well, that's very good, Ismail, and I think, you know, technology is moving ahead so fast these days that those of you that want the most up-to-date technology and talking to your staff or talking to your kids or talking to other people, this is a wonderful opportunity with Videolink. Thank you, Ismail.
Thank you, John.